Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. There's a big announcement that I have to tell you guys. So a lot of you guys know that there's a separate channel I have, Alpha First, and Josh, and Scott had this show called Dirty Degens where they're talking about memes and AI agents and everything that's more degen, right? So we're gonna try something new. That channel is still ongoing. I told you guys to subscribe, but we're gonna bring Josh on this channel on Friday nights because I don't stream on Friday nights. And we're gonna see because a lot of you guys love memes. I get scammed, not scammed. I get spammed with memes all the time in live chat, and I can't keep up. Josh is the guy that's gonna keep up with us. So tonight at 7:30, not on Alpha First, it'll be on this channel. You will see a Dirty Degens, and we'll see how you guys like it. But he has covered through a lot of these memes that have done very, very, very well. Some of the ones that I'm like, I would never look at. Like, for example, this SPX 6900. It's at 1.2 billion. Josh told me he saw this at like $1 million. Okay. So that's like, what, 1,000x? But, and I've heard of this. People have asked me about it. I'm like, I'm not getting involved with this. But I should have because it went up 1,000x. Same deal with Trump. He saw it very early. And there's so many others. And a lot of them are on Sui now, right? And some of the good ones, I backed Snack before, and Snack has been doing really well. And there's some like Bitcoin, which is the Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Inu one that's been around, and they've been coming back up. And, let's not forget GameStop, and there's so many. And then Cock Inu, obviously, but there's also new ones that's always coming up. So it's meme season, sort of. And eventually I'll have my own meme. And that's when things will really blow up. All right, so that's coming out later today. So make sure you join in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. But right now, the U.S. market is opening up in the green, way in the green. NASDAQ plus 200 already. Okay, and the biggest thing that came out today is this, the inflation reading, in line with expectations, which is good. Inflation ticked up, which is bad. It went from 2.6% to 2.8%, but this is in line with expectation. It didn't go lower. It didn't go higher, but it's right in line, which is where we want it to be. Now, why you might be thinking, why is growing inflation a good thing? It's not. It really isn't. But Wall Street views that as a good thing because this gives ammunition to Fed Chair Powell to continue to cut rates later this year. We just had an FOMC meeting earlier this week, and he was pretty happy where things were. He's like, yeah, got to wait and see. But overall, I think what we've done is pretty good. And he wasn't very hawkish. He wasn't very bearish or anything. But, inflation data like this helps push him towards more rate cuts. Sailor and MicroStrategy, they have now over 2% of all Bitcoin, and they will continue to buy. They have they've been selling shares. It's one of the reasons why I think MicroStrategy's stock has not been going up, because they've been issuing more shares so that they can sell it to buy more Bitcoin. And it hasn't been good for the stock because I guess, you have more dilution right now. But he just has endless money now to buy Bitcoin with. Another 600 million. That's going to be, in a stockpile for purchase, right? So 500 million here, a billion there, a billion there, 500 billion there. I mean, it's just going to add up more and more and more and more. And now the states, every single one, Montana is joining in among the 15 other states. One after another, every single one is starting to load up or wants to load up on Bitcoin. So again, that rally, man, the next one is going to push us pretty darn high. Pretty darn high. So get ready. And today, something today could happen too. I mean, we were at just 106 yesterday. We're not too far off from all-time high. I do think futures expiration has a lot to do with today. It always happens. Bitcoin futures expires the last Friday of every month. And Wall Street tends to play around with that, okay, because they don't want to lose out on a lot of money. So I think expiration is about 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 12 p.m. It's 1 or 12. I have to look it up. But afterwards, we could see some real movement. We have seen periods like that before, after futures expiration. But regardless, oops, we're a little ahead of the game here. Regardless, we got a lot of things going on, a lot of great things. On a macro scale, we got DXY that's going down, the strength of the dollar. It's been rallying for quite some time, but whenever the DXY comes down, and traditionally speaking, if you look at it seasonally, January and February is when DXY comes down, right? And whenever stock market does well, DXY also comes down, right? Whenever people are feeling good about investing, DXY comes down. So whenever that happens, usually that's when you see Bitcoin start going up, which we have been. But if DXY really tanks, then we're really going to see a boosted effort towards Bitcoin's price. So that's another thing. And today is the last day of the month, obviously. Bitcoin, if it closes, will close like without any sudden move. This will be the highest monthly close for Bitcoin ever in its history. And it makes sense because we haven't really been this high. Yes, we had stints before at 108, 109 or whatever, but those were brief periods. We have been holding now above 100,000 for a long time, for the entire month. This will be the highest monthly close for Bitcoin ever. So again, a lot of people only view very narrowly, right? But if you zoom out, you're like, yeah, we have been going up. We have been rallying. You just have to have a little bit more patience. Look at when we came down from 69,000 down all the way to 15,000, right? And we clawed back up. That took what? A year and a half. We clawed back up. It seems like, when you live in those moments, it seems like it's forever. And then you just, boom, you just jump up. We already had two. We had it happen early 2024. We had it happen right before the new year. And we're about to see a lot more of this as we move forward this year. A lot more towards the end of this year. And that's going to drive Bitcoin to much, much, much higher heights. So the parabolic rally is upon us, but there are so many reasons and factors on why we are going to go a lot higher. So many. So many. And as Bitcoin goes higher, oh, I forgot this chart. I'll just show this. Amazon too, right? Like back in the day, these days everyone knows about Amazon. But back in the day, when it first came out, people also said the same thing. Well, Amazon not going anywhere. It's not profitable. It's not going to do anything. And then look at the chart. Once you zoom out, you realize it's just been going up and up and up forever. It's kind of like Bitcoin's chart. But Bitcoin has been going up a lot more. If you overlay Bitcoin's chart on top of Amazon's chart, Bitcoin's chart would be like this versus Amazon's chart. It wouldn't be even close.